It's time for Speaking of Speaking. Quick tips and tools to take you from stage fright to spotlight. This podcast gives you an inside look from the world of public speaking and speaking secrets you need to be bold from the stage, no matter what business you're in. The host of Speaking, Carl Richards.
Thank you, Matt, and welcome to the fourth installment of Speaking of Speaking. It's the podcast that, as Matt said off the top, gives you lots of tips, tricks, and information related to speaking and presenting. And today we're going to be talking about the three words that are killing your business. These are three words you've probably used many times when you're speaking. I know I used to use them in my earlier days in business. I don't use them very often anymore, or when I do, they are strategically chosen. But these are three words that get tossed around a lot. So we'll talk about that today. Before I do that, though, brand new feature on the podcast. This one's called I Can't Believe I Saw It on Social Media. And it's a thread that was started by a colleague. Now, the actual question that got the thread going on social media, it really wasn't a bad question. It's where the thread went, though. Here was the question. It says, for my entrepreneurial peeps, how do you feel about shameless self-promotion? How much is too much? So that's an honest question. How much do you think is too much? What was interesting, though, was some of the responses that came in. Some people saying that I can't believe people promote themselves as much as they do. Well, here's the thing about promotion. And this goes right into the topic we'll be covering today about the three words that are killing your business. It's not that you are promoting. It's not what you are promoting. It's how you are promoting. So if you are using a lot of words that are all about you, guess what? That's where the shameless part of the shameless promotion comes in. And think about it logically. Speaking is not about you. This is an area where a lot of new speakers and entrepreneurs, it's a trap they fall in because they believe that their business is about them. People will buy their business because of them. And there is obviously a truth to that. When it comes to your actual talk, whether it's your elevator pitch or your signature talk, it's not about you. It's never about you. It's always about what you're going to do for your audience. So it has to obviously promote you, but in a way that is going to get you the results you want and not obviously push away your potential clients. So as I said, in this thread, there were a lot of people saying such things as, well, you shouldn't shamelessly promote yourself, or if you do, you should only do it once a week. If it is done strategically, then you can do it as many times a day across your platforms as you see fit, depending, of course, on who your clients are. If they expect to hear from you 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times a day, then do it that many times per day. Maybe they expect to see more of you in the day. Maybe they don't expect to see that much of you in a day. I've just started, for example, speaking of shameless promotion, doing daily emails. Now, for some people, they say, I can't believe you're doing that. Well, it's not about the fact that I'm doing daily emails. It's about the content that's in those daily emails and not the what's in it for me, the person sending the emails. It's the what's in it for you, the person on the receiving end of those emails. So keep that in mind as we talk about today, because I want to share with you the three words that are really impeding you or could be impeding you in your business. Now, if you've been around in business for a while, you may have already figured this out. You may already know that, oh yeah, those are three words I definitely shouldn't use, or I don't use them very often because I know they are self-serving and not of service to my clients. Now, when I do this presentation live, when I'm usually doing elevator pitch training, I'll ask the question, does anybody know what those three words are? And I get some very interesting responses, everything from free, today only. Sometimes the responses are, check me out. Those are great guesses. Here are the three words, though, that I have discovered are really impeding people in their business growth, especially if they're looking at adding speaking as a component. Those three words are I am a. I am a. Now, you wouldn't think three small words like I am a would be that detrimental to your talk or to your elevator pitch, but they are, because they are totally self-serving. And when you start your talk by saying, "Hi, my name is Carl Richards and I am a," the tendency is for a lot of entrepreneurs, small business people, people who haven't had enough speaker training to know how to say it better, the tendency is to keep on that path or that theme of I am a. So for example, I am a can lead into, "Hi, my name is Carl Richards. I'm a professional speaker and I am a trainer. I also host workshops and seminars. I'm a published author. But you see how, as I'm saying I am a, it's all about me. It's got nothing to do with why you, as my potential client, should be considering me as your coach, your trainer, your mentor, the person who could come into your organization, for example, and spend a day or 2 days or even a week training your people on better communication skills. It's all about me. It's all about what I do. It's all about what I've done. And I have seen people in networking settings make that conversation or make their pitch all about them. And it's only at the very end of their pitch where they say, "If you're interested in finding out more, come and talk to me or grab my business card." That's the only time, because they spend so much time talking about the I am a and all the great things they've done that it totally derails what their purpose is, the reason why they're there, which is to promote themselves, but promote themselves with a purpose, promote themselves and let people know why they are the expert. So it's very self-serving. Every single person who is your potential client wants to know not what you know, not where you've studied, not your training. They want to know what you're going to do for them. How are you going to help them solve their problem? So that's where you have to ditch the I am a and put in some type of dialogue that says, "Here's what I'm going to do to help you." And in my elevator pitch, or every time I step on stage, depending on the messaging I'm working from that day, of course, I will say, for example, I help people find their voice. So when they have to speak in front of an audience, not only are they clear with their messaging, but they get the results they want and they make more money. That's what I can help you do. Now, all of a sudden, it's not about me. And nowhere have I said, "I am a speaker coach, I am a certified, nowhere have I said that. And by the way, for those of you who do have extensive training, you maybe spent, years at university, here's some tough talk. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but people don't care. People don't care if you have an MBA. People don't care if you have certifications. People don't care. And it was a harsh reality when I found that out, because I have spent copious amounts of years as a broadcaster, as a trainer, doing a lot of training myself, and I have a lot of certifications. But at the end of the day, people don't care. People want to know what you're going to do to help them, or how you're going to make their life, whatever their problem is, what are you going to do to help them solve that problem? So get rid of the I am a and start thinking about your ideal client or your best clients. What was it that you helped them with? Why did they come to you? What was their problem? Because as soon as you identify what their problems were, all of a sudden, now you have the information you need so you can craft your pitch or your talk that showcases what that problem was. It clearly identifies it, but then also showcases what you did to solve that problem. Now, obviously, in a 30-second elevator pitch, you can't do that, but you can if you have 2 minutes of talk time, or certainly if you are on stage for 10 minutes or even an hour, you do have time to clearly identify that. And by the way, if you have that much talk time on stage, if it's 10 minutes or a full hour, you have time to not only showcase that, but also highlight some steps as to how you can help people do that. Also, without making it look self-serving, by walking people through examples, by showing people that this is the better way because. So I encourage you to ditch the I am a and look at what you really do to help people. What problem do you solve? What is that problem? And by the way, most people are not laying awake at night thinking about you. They're not. Their problem isn't what you think it might be. For example, if you are somebody who helps people with nutrition, whether you're a dietitian or you help people with their food choices, diet planning, people aren't lying awake at night thinking that they need to go on a diet. People don't do diets. That's why people that say January 1st, they're going to go on a diet, by the middle to the end of January, they're finished. Most people, because they're not focusing on what they really need to focus on. And that's what you need to do, is identify what that problem is. So for example, if you were, for my friends who might be dietitians, for anyone who might be listening who's in the dietitian world, or any wellness field for that matter, let me give you an example of something that's better than I am at. So instead of saying, I'll give you the example, hi, my name is Carl Richards, I am a dietitian, and I have extensive training to help you lose weight. 86 that. Get rid of that. How about this though? How much money did you waste last year on junk food? There's a question. Now you have really opened up people's minds and got them thinking. So the people who you are trying to reach, who want to make a lifestyle change when it comes to weight loss, exercise, whatever it is, you've just really opened up something that is tremendously important to those people. Now, what do you say next? Well, you're not going to say, well, I'm a dietitian or I am a weight loss expert. What you're going to say is, I help people ditch those unwanted pounds and live healthier lifestyles. Now, there's probably a better way to say that, and we could finesse that even more if we did an analysis of really what your business is all about. Because every person in the wellness field or in the weight loss field, they're all very, very different. But you notice how it sounded better than, hi, my name is, and I have the tools you need to lose weight. I want you to think about your speaking. I want you to think about the talks that you give. I want you to think about your elevator pitch, your 2-minute client story, your podcasts, your Facebook Live videos, anything that you do, your LinkedIn videos, your YouTube videos, anywhere where you are promoting yourself. Even the words you have in print on your website, or maybe you have a signature video on your website. And I want you to look at how many times you say, I am a. And if you're saying it way too many times, or if you're saying it at all, I want you to look at it and go, okay, is that an appropriate time? Is that an appropriate place to put it? Is it self-serving, or is it about the needs of my clients? I'm going to leave it at that today. On our next episode, 3 more words that are killing your business, and it's our first installment of Tales from the World of Public Speaking. Until then, it's Carl Richards. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Speaking of Speaking podcast. Fired up about something you heard today? Want to learn more? Be sure to visit carlspeaks.ca. And don't forget to follow Carl on Twitter at CarlRichards72 or join the Facebook group Speaking of Speaking.